Healing the generations, fathers and children. And he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. Malachi 4:6. The prophet Malachi was sent by God to rebuke the people of Israel for their sin. God's people were disregarding the priests, the temple, not tithing, divorcing, and intermarrying with foreigners. Malachi prophesied, "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." That's Malachi 4:5. And that he would restore the fathers' and children's hearts toward one another. He will heal the generations. John the Baptist came in the spirit of Elijah, announcing the Messiah, Jesus Christ, the King of glory, would restore all families to the Father through his mission accomplished on earth, salvation. Jesus will return, take all believers to heaven, where we will live with him in everlasting peace. The end times Elijah and two witnesses are not the focus of our discussion today. We will relate Malachi 4:6 to the desperate need for fathers and children to be healed and reconciled. Too many fathers' hearts are turned away from their children today. They are distracted and diverted from loving their children the way God intended them. We are all guilty as fathers for getting caught up in the world. We are called to love our sons and daughters with our words, ways, relationships. We are supposed to raise them in the admonition of God. We are called to teach and show them God's ways and love in our relationships with them. Fathers fall victim to the world of work, pride, power, pleasure, pain, and sin. They turn their hearts away from God and their children. A generation of pain follows as children become embittered by their father's rejection and his pain. Children turn from their fathers too. Their hearts are not always turned because their fathers did not love or show them God's ways. Many fall away from their loving fathers. They become the prodigals who broke away from their fathers to live for themselves, to find themselves. Independence is good when it's done God's way. These children become victims, like their fathers, to pride, power, pleasure, pain, and sin, the world's ways. Some are carried away by false doctrines, deceived. It's very sad. There are those fathers and children who have wronged one another. There are those who have not wronged one another, good fathers and good children who still find themselves broken by sin and hearts turned away from each other. All have struggled and grieved God in some way or another. Fathers, do the right thing by God. Reconcile with your children, no matter what happened. Forgive and love them. Don't let pride prevent you from letting God turn your heart to them. Children, no matter how old you are, return to God. Return to your fathers. Love God. Love your fathers, no matter what pain turns your heart away from your father. Do the right thing by God. God wants to heal the generations. He does not desire or take joy in striking the land with a curse. Fathers and children, let God heal and restore you. He can turn your hearts towards him and one another today. Let him. Time is running out. And he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the earth with a curse. Malachi 4:6.